Okay, now for my first air rifle review. This is the Beeman 1041 air rifle. Before I jump into the review of the rifle, I want to give you a bit of background of myself in shooting air rifles and guns and all that kind of stuff. I shot pellet guns for a long time. I've owned this one for I think 3 years now. Yeah, I used to go to Cuba a lot, and I'd shoot in their pellet gun tournaments there when I was a kid, and I won a couple times against the adults, and that made me feel pretty good. So I do sort of know what I'm talking about. I may not be, some big air gun nut, knows as much as them, but if you're out there, just if I do anything wrong, you can correct me. I always like good feedback, but I'm gonna try and do this from the aspect of what I know about these kind of guns. So another thing I'd just like to say is there's a YouTuber out there called Not and Fancy that does gun reviews and gear reviews and all that kind of stuff, and the way he does his stuff I find really, really good. So I'm going to try and do mine, try and make them the same quality as his, because I find his very informative, and I'm just going to try and make this the best quality I can. So the first talking point I'd like to talk about is durability, reliability, and quality of this air rifle. I have never had any problems with it. You're probably gonna yell, no, why don't you do this? I have not oiled the thing yet. I know that's probably a bad thing, but I haven't had the need to. The spring's really easy to cock back. Just everything is really high quality from the rifle, especially for the cost that I got it. The build of this gun is, it's got European hardwood stock, and I'm not sure what the metal is. It's an all-steel receiver, and I think it's a steel barrel, but I'll take it out of the box for you. Yeah, it's a hardwood stock. When you pick the thing up, you can feel that this thing has high quality build to it. It looks like an expensive gun, but it's not. It's pretty cheap for an air rifle. Yeah, it's outstanding, I think, especially for a Canadian tire gun. If you notice on the back, it has a recoil pad, which I don't really see the need for it on a pellet gun. I mean, the thing does have a little bit of kick, but nothing major. When I shot a 22, I shot a 22 short, mind you, but this thing has more kick than that. So if you have any idea what that's like, this may give you sort of an idea. It's probably around a long. Not very loud. Pellet gun, so you wouldn't expect it to be. But yeah, I don't advise dropping the thing or dragging it in the dirt. But if you're just gonna shoot it on the porch or something, you may want to take it hunting. I don't know how good it'll be for that, considering it's not a very it doesn't have a very high velocity. But you don't need a license to buy the thing in Canada, so you just need to be 18. So that's kind of a plus if you're gonna do that. The next point is ballistics. I'm gonna sort of mix this in with how the gun, its velocity, as well as the type of pellet that it shoots. Excuse me. I like to shoot Crossman, just plain pointed pellets. I have some Premier Hunting hollow point pellets. I haven't really used them a lot. I normally like these because they just have, kind of forgot the word, crap. They're more dynamic, I feel, but maybe that's just me, I don't know. It makes sense if they're pointed, but they get on target good, and yeah, I like them. Around 10 bucks for 500 at Canadian Tire, but remember, prices are subject to change from when I did the video and where you live. Now I have a lake near me, and what I did was I took the gun and tried to make the best arc I could, and I took a shot, and the thing went halfway across the lake, and I'm guessing that is a good 200, 300, 400 feet. I'm not sure the exact distance, I'm sorry, but it took 7 seconds to get there, and the velocity on this rifle is, I don't know if you can see it. See if I can zoom in. Yeah, it's 490 feet per second, so not the fastest, but you know, it's good. It'll do cans, damage cans. I'm sure that's what most people would be using the gun for. That's mainly what I use it for. I have it sighted in for 50 feet, and if you know those fish cans the tunas come in, you know, tuna fish, it'll go right through that can most of the time at 50 feet. So I think maybe that'll give you an idea of what this thing is capable of. It shoots .177 caliber pellets. So yeah, it's a small round. It's not, you know, 22 cal, but it would probably be faster. But yeah, I think this is mainly more of a target rifle and very small game than you know, a hunting pellet gun or air gun. Firepower, yeah, I think that pretty much is covered by what I already just talked about, you know, the velocity and all that. It hits pretty good. I've killed a couple seagulls with it because they take craps on my roof and I get tired of it, so I just shoot them down from there. But yeah, it can kill stuff if you hit it in the right spot. Ergonomics. So the safety is an automatic safety. It's a good thing if you're forgetful. It can be annoying if you're, you know, sitting there patiently trying to take the shot and you realize the safety's on and that breaks your concentration. That's kind of a bummer, but no, I think the automatic safety is a very good thing. It's located right there in the trigger guard. And, you know, you can't get away from this with a pellet gun, but it's got a break barrel. The main problem that I have with a break barrel pellet gun is if you're in the prone position on the ground shooting targets, you have to get up and get off target to reload around, and it's slow loading. So yes, you have to make the shots count, but it's also a pain in the ass. So that's one thing I really don't like. I know if you have a gas gun, eventually it's going to break down in power when the cartridge of, you know, gas gets lower, and I think that's a disadvantage, but it also means that you don't have to get up and do all this kind of stuff. But I like this design better than the pump guns. I think that's pretty much it. The only other beef is with the scope. These dials don't do anything until you take these cover off, and there's a little thing that you can stick a screwdriver or your nail in to adjust the elevation and all that kind of stuff. Also, there's a muzzle brake on the end. The box says it's supposed to increase accuracy and ease the cocking. I could see it as, you know, a bigger cocking handle to use, but accuracy, I guess, I don't know. It looks cool, so it's fine with me. The weight of this gun. Now, by the way, here's the manual for the rifle. Here's the specifications. The weight is 5.9 pounds, so it's almost 6 pounds. So it's pretty heavy, I guess. The thing is, it feels like good quality, you know. I wouldn't mind really lugging this around in the forest if I was hunting, because I can imagine that's what a normal hunting rifle would feel like. I mean, it is a wood stock, so I guess that's what you get. You get quality, but you also get weight. Like I said, caliber .177, and the overall length of the rifle is 41.5 inches. So it's a good, decent length. You could, I guess, say it's a kind of suited more towards children in a way. It kind of feels like that to me. It's kind of small, but no, I like it. It's good. Now the accuracy in the manual says .36 inches, or CTC. I'm not quite sure what exactly that is. I'm guessing that's some grouping. Like, again, I am